Back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Luke Westerdale of Riverview, Gabriel Richard. How's it going?
Good. How about you?
Of course, it's I should say Riverview, Gabriel Richard, boys basketball. How's it going?
Good. I'm doing good.
All right. So going into this season, a big win a couple nights ago. What's it been like to have to start the season like you guys have?
Well, we knew that we had a chance to be real good this year, and like my freshman year, we were real solid. Then last year we were good, but we were just young, and we knew that we had all the players and the potential to be good. But yeah, the season's off to a great start, even better than we even could have thought it could have been off to.
Yeah. Okay, so going into, just really this summer, what were some of like the really big things that you really, worked on this off season?
This offseason, I really wanted to gain weight and work on my defense. I picked up 13 pounds since last season, which really has helped. And being able to stay conditioned for like the fourth quarter and the third quarter. Last year, there was a lot of games where I would have a great first half, and then the second half, I wouldn't play as well. And that's one thing that I really focused on in the offseason.
I know a lot of people have kind of talked about, especially what you and Nick are doing right now. I mean, what's and you I mean, you guys are the same grade. How long have you guys known each other?
We like played against each other in middle school, and then when we came into Gabriel Richard together, we weren't like super close. Like before we joined high school, and then once we got together, we both were starting on varsity as freshmen. So then we became real close from that,
Yeah.
and then ever since then, yeah, we've just been kind of the duo.
Yeah, what was that like just to, kind of get to know somebody like that you haven't really gotten to know or, play with someone that you really don't know?
It was good because he was going through the same thing I was going through with like the young players starting, and then last year he was a captain and I was a captain, and we were both sophomores. So that was all. We were like younger. We've always been younger, having to do everything. So it was good being able to go through that with him and having someone else to do those things with.
Yeah. Being a captain as a sophomore, what was that experience like, for you?
It was definitely tough. It was took me a while to really get like the hang down of it because our coach expects a lot for being a captain too. Like you gotta be there, send all the texts, send all the get the messages, send it out, make sure everyone's there, be the first in the gym, be the last to leave, and all of that. Which like it sounds like a lot, but like I was able to get it down, and now I've got it down real good.
Yeah. To really just what have you really noticed a big improvement at in these first few games of the season?
For me, I would just say my overall game control. Last year, I was able to. I've always been able to score real well. That's always been my one thing that I'm good at. But now I'm really able to get other players the ball. Last year, I came in the season as a shooting guard. This year, now I'm the point guard. We changed that halfway through the season last year. And ever since I've been the point guard now, my rebounds have gone up, my assists have gone up. And I feel like I've really focused on that, especially to play at the next level. I want to be an all around player, not just a scorer.
What's the chemistry just like between all of you guys?
It was it's real good now. The Summit game really helped bring us together at the start of the season. Even though we played all together last year, it's still trying to like figure out your roles and figure it all out again because we all play AAU for different teams and stuff. But yeah, the Summit game really brought us together, and now I feel like we're really good chemistry and really ready to win some big get more games.
So going into, these next few games that you guys have right now, just kind of preview like what's to come for this team.
We play Taylor Trillium tomorrow. They're a real solid team. Uh, Definitely should be a good one. And then we play Detroit Catholic Central December 23rd at home. They're definitely really tough. And then we play Niles Brandywine at the Round Ball Classic December 27th. So yeah, we have three real tough games in our next three.
Big show, the granddaddy of all showcases for basketball. That, of course, that big one down in Ferndale, um,
Yes.
Round Ball Classic. So, if you're a basketball fan and you want something to do during after Christmas, go down there and do that. So, um, but let me ask you this: like, what was like the biggest lesson that you learned, in your like first 2 years of, you know basketball, like what was like, is there like an experience that you're always going to remember? It's like, okay, all right, now I know like not to do that, or what was like the biggest?
Yes. One big thing for me was never get too low on your lows and never get too high on your highs. I would have a game where I would have 7 points, and then the next game I would have 23. And I would be too happy after my good game, so I wouldn't like work as hard. And then I would be too down on myself after a bad game. So I've really worked on always staying even kill and always working hard.
How hard was that for you just to kind of get like that even keel feeling?
It takes a while because I was my whole school was like excited for me because I was starting on varsity as a freshman, and then my first ever game I scored 0 points, and it was just kind of like, dang, what's going on? So I really it was a real reality check, and I was like, dang, I really got to work hard. And then ever since then, it was like, all right, don't think too much, just continue to go hard and work every day, and don't think of stuff when you're getting all the accolades, and don't think about stuff when you see people getting stuff that you should be getting. Just remember, you just got to put in the work.
How do you mentally prepare for a game?
I like to I like to I'm not a big music listener. A lot of my friends do, but I just kind of like to focus, just kind of think. I like to hang out. I'll like go out to eat with my friends right before, get some food in my system, and then I just focus. I like to do a lot of ball handling drills, get up a lot of shots. I'm a big believer that I like to shoot about 100, 200, 300 shots before my game in the gym. And then, especially home games, it's a lot easier.
Yeah. Um, okay, so like what do you think about like right before a game?
Like right before a game, I just really like to focus. Just think about like I'll think about what is the outcome of us winning this game and what how does it change my season? How does it change? And I visualize like, dang, this will be a real big game if we can win this one. And so and I'll like understand what the feeling will be like if we win, and I'll understand like how bad I'll be feeling if we lose. And I don't want to feel that. So I'll just be like, yep, we gotta win this one.
Okay. All right. Let's get to know you, Luke, a little bit. How about that?
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so what is your favorite what's your favorite number?
Number three. I've been number three since I was first grade. That's always been my number.
Okay, so is there like anything behind three? Is it like
Actually, yeah, there is. Do you know Trey Burke from Michigan?
yes.
He was my favorite player growing up. I loved watching him, and he hit that big shot against Kansas. That was on my
Oh,
birthday. That was on my birthday, and I just fell in love with him since then. And I've just always loved number three since then.
yeah. Um, okay, so favorite team to root for?
For like college,
Anything,
pro,
anything.
I've always loved Michigan football. I would say that that's a big one for me because I don't know. I just always grew up watching, loving Michigan. My dad loved Michigan, and that's just always been a big thing for me. And then my mom went to Michigan State, and she was on the Michigan State national championship team for basketball. She was one of their managers, and she worked with Tom Izzo. So I've also been. I also really like MSU basketball. I would
Yeah.
say those two are my big two.
Um, okay, favorite food.
I would say probably pasta. I love pasta.
Okay. Let's see. Go-to place for food.
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe Panera. I like Panera. It's quick, it's easy, and they get good food.
Oh yeah. Um, okay. TV or streaming show that you're into right now or you were into in the past?
I would say my favorite show ever was Friday Night Lights. I really liked that show. It was a good motivation show, and I really liked that one growing up.
All right. Last one. Actually, no, I got two more. Favorite moment can be from last season or this season so far.
Well, beating Summit this season was definitely good because I go play with a lot of those kids on my AAU team. That felt really, really good. And then last season it was against Detroit Voyager. I had we lost the game before to Michigan Collegiate, and I had a bad game. And then that next game, I had I think like 20 something points, and I hit a game winning three with 10 seconds left in the game, and that felt really good. That's one of my better high school moments.
All right. Um, and finally, what is something people do not know about you or an interesting fact about you?
Ooh, I would say that I have three younger siblings, two brothers and a sister. And the sister is just turned one like 2 months ago.
That's a crazy house. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. All right, Luke, thank you so much for the time as always. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.